All right, happy Friday, everybody. May 8th, 2020. I finally have some good lighting. Josh is still
So,
bald. I still have a hideous mustache, but we're going to have a great show today. We have a lot to talk about. Dale,
oh
we
yeah.
actually have some sports that we can discuss, and I never thought that it was going to happen. Actually, I knew it was, but it's a little
Sports.
sooner than I expected.
Oh yeah.
We're going to get into that. UFC is going to be returning this weekend.
Let's
We're
go.
going to have some betting lines we're going to talk about. There's going to be a special event that I'm going to mention at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for that. But before we do, let's get to the NFL released their schedules yesterday, and amongst all of this COVID-19 bullshit, I think they are staying optimistic
Yeah.
because if there's any professional league that thrives on TV deals and not really wanting the fans, it's the NFL. So the schedule was released yesterday, and there were some very interesting matchups that raised some flags where we're like, oh, this kind of has our attention. So we'll talk about that. Dale, how are you today?
Dude, I'm doing great. I just got off with my bookie. I have some bets placed for the USC tomorrow. Been a while
Wow.
since that happened. Yeah.
So were you talking to him earlier this week? Like, how long did it take before you were like, hey, I need to play some money on some bets?
I had bets placed within 30 minutes of you telling me UFC come back tomorrow. Since it's and I'm ready to lose some money tomorrow.
I am excited for you. I might even throw some money on it, but we can also throw some money on the NFL. So
Man.
one of the matchups that launched, like I was saying, with this whole COVID stuff, they're staying optimistic. I think that they're going to try and they're going to push this as far as possible. But in terms of testing and in terms of social distancing and these rules in certain states, I don't know if that's going to be the case because training camp and mini camp, that's all going to start coming up soon. I'm not going to be surprised if it gets pushed back. But one of the matchups that kind of stuck out to me, we had the Rams and Cowboys. And we all know that the LA Rams and the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles County are sharing the same stadium. Well, my Chargers are going to go and open the season in woeful Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ooh.
And on Sunday night, the Cowboys and Rams are going to face off. And here's my thing. I am so over the Cowboys hype train just because – they haven't proved anything since Dax got there. They have Andy Dalton, who's breathing down his neck now. And to be honest, I think that the LA Rams blew their wad. I mean, Dale, what do you think? I don't see that as really as a marquee matchup. Like if they weren't opening a stadium, I don't think that would be a Sunday night game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not sold on the Rams anymore. I thought McVay's original season, he was a genius. Everything just seemed to work. It just no matter who you inserted, no matter what play you ran, just everything was an automatic 7.5 to 12 yards.
Yeah.
And I've never been a Dak Prescott guy. I think that system and what Dallas has done with that offensive line and the skill positions, I don't think it matters who your quarterback is. And the fact that Dak's out there trying to get 30 mil, I think is a joke. I'm confident.
More than 30 mil.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Franchise tax 31 million and he wants more. I don't think, I mean,
he doesn't deserve it.
Well, if you're the Dallas quarterback, think of all the incentives of being America's QB. You're going to get 10 million extra on endorsements. But look, he's looking out for his family. Here's my thing. How much word did Jerry Jones have in this? Because he was a huge proponent in those two teams moving to LA. Of course, we have to see Jerry Jones on the national stage in that new stadium. And, the way I see it, I don't see that as really the best matchup. As opposed to look at this: Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. I'm hopping on to the Buccaneers bandwagon. I'm gonna get the economy seat. I'm not going first class. I'm not gonna spend that money. I'll get the economy seat. Make sure I have an aisle. I'm more of an aisle guy, not a window guy.
Same.
But you have Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. How do you feel with Tom Brady playing in the NFC now?
It don't matter. I see all my money through my New Orleans Buckeyes. So
you're so stupid.
The Saints are my team of the NFC. Dude, I'm telling you, I think this is the Saints' year. If I'm going to put my money on the Saints to make their Super Bowl run this year.
Really?
It doesn't happen this year. It's never going to happen. And
so are you only saying this because Ohio State is the AAA farm system for the New Orleans Saints?
No, I love that about the Saints, but I'm saying this for a lot of reasons. One, Breeze has still been playing well, right? Like he hasn't had a bad season yet.
He got hurt last year.
He did get hurt, but when he played, he still played like well. Now
Yeah.
with Jameis on his ass, I think that we're going to see an elite season from Drew Brees.
Oh,
And
throwing out the elite title. Wow.
I am. But if something like Drew Brees is old, if something would have happened to Drew Brees, I think the offense might get better with Jameis stepping in.
I would never wish anything bad on Drew Brees, but I'm
Neither.
going to miss Jameis Winston and his aloof mistakes. Tampa Bay, though, let's kind of shift really fast.
Yeah.
According to Action Network, they're getting 9 wins. Would you take the over or under on that?
Ooh.
With Brady, I see them.
I
I see
probably
a
take
slow
the-
September,
I do too.
and I think they can heat up.
I do too. I think that 9 wins is probably pretty accurate. If they win 8, I wouldn't be shocked. And if they win 10, I also wouldn't be shocked. I don't see more than 10. Do you?
I'm taking the over. I think I would go
You're
at
taking
10
the over?
wins. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I need to look at the schedule harder before I make like a
I could see them going. Like, here's the thing with them. I could totally see, and he has historically done this with the Patriots, and they can go like 1-3, 2-2 in September. I think when he finally gets his bearings and gets his gears going, and everything is kind of because if you think about COVID, it's fucking everything up. So all the rhythms off. They're not doing these workouts. I mean, dumbass went into someone's house, got a breaking and entering. Peyton Manning made fun of that.
Ernie, the course, the tournament had to be in Florida. After Tom's B&E arrest, with the ankle monitor, he couldn't leave the state.
Yeah, and then he went to a park. I mean, it's going to throw it off. I see him starting slow, but I'm going to take the over on that. Other
Okay.
interesting ones, I think. So you had the Baltimore Ravens last year who went 14-2. Lamar Jackson, who I don't think is going to duplicate that MVP season, but he's going to be playing your Browns. Is this the year that Baker can take a step, or do I have to hear all of that nonsense from Colin Cowherd and him completely bashing him?
So I did a schedule breakdown for my Barking Out West pod last night. I have us
Shameless plug. I love it.
Yes. I wish I could pull it up. It won't let me here. But I think that the Browns are going to struggle in the middle of our season. I do.
Are you sold on Baker? Like,
I want to be, right? Like, I want to
Yeah.
be. After our rookie year, we all thought, like, Baker was about to be a dog, right? And then last year, he was not a dog. He was a puppy. And I don't know if he was a puppy because of Freddie or because he thought he knew what was going on and he took a step back.
Well, Freddie's Soup Kitchen really
Oh, my God.
really put him back. I think that's just bad management. I don't know how he was hired. That's one of those fake it till you make it, and then he's like, "Holy shit, I'm playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. How the fuck did I get in this situation?"
And then your star defensive end hits.
They're getting
the
7
quarterback
wins.
helmet. I'm going to take the over on that.
I might take the under. I don't think – I really like Baker. I like his surrounding pieces. On paper, they're fucking great. Like, if you play with them on Madden and you're good, like, they're decent. But what have they done?
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this.
Who'd you take? You drafted that Dredrick Willis, right?
Dude, yeah. So we drafted Dredrick to be our left tackle.
You addressed the line. That was the biggest thing that I was worried about.
And we got Jack Conklin on the right side.
That was a good pick.
I was on Action Network earlier.
Mm-hmm.
These are a couple early lines, like win-loss lines that caught my eye. Seattle, they have going 8-8. How do you feel about that?
Money, I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
If Wilson doesn't get hurt, he hasn't missed a start. So
well, simply win-loss over-under. You're taking the over on 8.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm with you. I don't
Wilson
see
almost won
any
the
way.
MVP last year.
I don't see any way that team finishes less than 500.
Ever since he started fucking Ciara, like the amount of just insane plays that I've seen is awesome. Did you see that? Remember the video of him with Ciara in bed when he got the contract extension?
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. But I'm going to see y'all in the morning.
Congrats on the sex.
Congrats on the sex, right? Hey, look, he's smiling a lot more. I'm gonna take Wilson.
Yep.
I think he's like trying to get into that next tier of like great QBs. So
Yep. All right, let's switch gears. My favorite part of this. UFC 249 tomorrow. Let's go.
So Dana White, is he ambitious? Is he aggressive? I can't think of a word to describe him, but he is sticking his neck out there. and saying fuck you to the CDC and Dr. Anthony Fauci and our genius president, because he is going to be the first commissioner of a professional league to bring back sports. It's been 7.5 weeks. It's been cold. It's been dark. It's been sad. And now tomorrow there's, the lineup card. There's some good fights, and there is stuff that you can bet on. Now, keep in mind, they are going to take the proper precautions with COVID.
Yep.
Maybe this sets a precedence with what's going to happen down the road, because NASCAR and golf is coming back. You see these other leagues overseas that are coming back. Korean baseball is already happening. I want to see how that goes, because a lot of the stuff that goes behind the scenes with this testing, that's going to dictate what's going to happen with the NBA, with baseball, the NHL, the NFL. What's your best prop bet for UFC?
Best prop
weekend?
Bet. Okay, so I went the Cejudo versus Cruz fight. A lot of the favorite is going the distance.
So is
-160.
he's getting what's the money line? -240?
Yes, they're projecting Cejudo pretty big over Cruz.
Over Dominic Cruz, my boy from San Diego.
Yeah, get out of here. So I'm going Cejudo. I think Cejudo is going to finish Cruz in under 4.5 rounds.
Okay.
I watched Cody Garbrandt absolutely toy with Dominic Cruz, and Cejudo's just in a different league. Cejudo's different mentally. That dude is going to step in the ring, and he does not give a flying fuck who you are. You're going to get your ass beat. Even if you beat Cejudo.
I think that's the mentality of a lot of fighters, though.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Not a lot of fighters produce like him. He was the youngest Olympic wrestling champion in U.S. history, and then he just completely switched gears and was a 2-division UFC champion. This dude does not give a fuck. He will go beat your ass. There's levels.
Can you imagine when the bars open back up, and if he were out, say with his friends or his posse, and some drunk asshole bumped him or knocked his drink on the ground because he's not the biggest guy in the world, and then
it's 125 pounds.
That drunk asshole would be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you looking at?" And can you imagine Henry just knocking him out? I always think about that. I mean, the worst luck would be when you're out with friends or whatever, or some guy, or the worst ones are the minor league, MMA fighters, the ones that not like the Khabibs or the McGregors. I'm talking about the ones that are trying to get to the top, to where they can kick anybody's ass, but against mainstream names, household names, they're not going to do it. That's the worst.
Right.
Anthony Pettis versus the Cowboy. I thought that was an interesting one. I would take Pettis though. I just don't think Cowboy wins. If you're placing money on that, what are you going?
I did place money, and I took Cowboy. I took him in the parlay, and
taking Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, I took Cowboy plus. I got plus 125. I took him in both of my bets. I took him in the 5-bet parlay, and I took him straight up. That's my big one. If he beats Pettis, then I'm gonna win some money tomorrow.
The fact right now that we are talking about wagering bets on live sports, god damn,
it makes my heart happy.
Yeah, I need some water. I might need some assistance.
I need all the action.
So those are your two. Any other ones that you're looking forward to?
No, not really. I'm interested to see Hardy. That's probably the one Greg Hardy. I'm interested to see what he does against the Castro. He's a big favorite, but Hardy has a tendency sometimes to
he doesn't know how to fight correctly.
Yeah,
I was watching last year. He need the guy in the face. Dude, you're not sacking Aaron Rodgers anymore, and you're not at a bar. You can't do that.
Yeah,
he kicks someone's ass. He has the size. I just think the mental aspect of it, it's not fully there.
Right.
But I want to pay attention to that. I mean,
yeah. So
I'm not a fan of him because of what he did, and then of course the fucking Cowboys have to take a chance.
Right.
We're not gonna get
so to win some money on this fight, because I think the favorites are going to do pretty well overall. My 5-fight parlay was Hardy minus 210 over to Castro. Mm-hmm. Cowboy was my underdog. I took at plus 125 over Pettis. Catter I have at a 280 favorite over Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Ferguson over Guthrie, and then Cejudo over Cruz is my parlay. So
I like it. We will update you on Monday about that. Before we wrap up, it is the weekend. It is Friday. Happy birthday.
Let's go.
My Constituent, my co-host Dale here. His birthday is on Sunday, so we don't record on the weekend. But on Monday, he might be viciously hungover, so don't be surprised if we don't have any recordings, or he has to wear shades because his eyelids are completely drooping.
I'll block
But-
out the haters.
I want to give a future happy birthday to Dale, turning the big 2-6 over the weekend. If you end up scoring with a girl, that's going to be great. Just make sure to wear protection.
Fauci
And-
did say that you can hook up with people.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Drink of the weekend. What are you going with?
Dude, I'm gonna try the High Noon. I've been seeing a lot of good stuff about High Noon. I might pick up a couple packs of it. How about you?
You know, I might. It's going to be nice this weekend. I might get a Pacifico, kind of grill, relax, and then watch the fights. So stay tuned for Monday. Maybe we're going to win some money or not. And happy early birthday, Josh Arendale. We will
Thank
see
you,
you
Will.
guys on Monday.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.